open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Hello, Bulldog. Good morning, sir.
The sports page brought to you by my favorite weekend beach getaway, Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach, not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. Check them out. Make your reservations, hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
Did you make it to the clown show last night over in Tampa?
Oof. Good Lord. Yeah, they were wearing their old school creamsicle uniforms last night, were the Bucs, and appropriately they went back in time and transformed themselves into the Tampa Bay Yucks because it was unbelievable. Kirk Cousins threw 3 touchdown passes to, are you ready for this? Kyle Pitts. All right. Zane Gonzalez kicks a 43-yard field goal as time expires. The Falcons rally from 14 down in the fourth quarter to beat the Buccaneers, the reeling Buccaneers, 29-28. Kyle freaking Pitts.
11 catches.
He's been a disappointment ever since he got into the league from the University of Florida. 11 catches, 166 yards, becomes the first tight end with 150 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns since Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp in 1996. Unbelievable. And Kirk Cousins, who lost his starting job to Michael Penix Jr. last year, good God, he just riddled the Buccaneers. 30 of 44, 373 yards. The Buccaneers are in a bad way right now.
First they lose to the Saints. Now this
half game behind the Panthers, who faced the Saints this weekend.
Yeah, the Bucs have lost 5 of their last 6, and wow! Final drive. Did you watch the game last night? Final drive last night. All right, for the winning field goal. 3rd and 28. The Falcons had 3rd and 28. So Cousins throws 14 yards to Pitts, and then on 4th and 14, he hits David Sills for 14 to set up the 4th and 14, he hits David Sills. I think it was like for 20 yards. And that sets up the winning kick. Baker Mayfield threw a crucial interception in the fourth quarter. I don't know what to make of the Bucs right now. They're playing as bad as any team in the league. The defense is just a sieve when Cousins is riddling you like he did. Anyway.
Well, at least the Lightning won last night, 8-4 on the road against the Devils.
There you go. So Tampa at least could root on their Lightning last night. Other NFL this weekend, some big games. Big games. Not so much for my Jags. They play the Jets. Hopefully they can stay on top of the division. The Dolphins, your Dolphins don't play till Monday night.
Monday night at Pittsburgh.
So that'll be a good game. It's supposed to be in the 20s up in Pittsburgh. Hopefully Tua can get it going in the cold weather. Your meatheads, though, the Detroit Lions at the LA Rams. Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford. The 2 quarterbacks traded for each other a few years ago. So that'll be a good game. Buffalo at New England. New England's actually a home underdog. In that New England, the leading team in the AFC, or one of the leading teams in the AFC, Bills favored in that game.
Dude, New England's the real deal, by the way, when you were talking about that.
They are the real deal. Chargers at Kansas City. Kansas City, this is their last chance. I mean, they cannot lose another game. They have to win out and then get some help. They're 6-7 right now. I don't know if they can beat the Chargers, though. Game of the week is probably Green Bay at Denver. That could be a Super Bowl preview right there.
You got to set your DVR, though, for Phillip Rivers.
Right. Although Phillip Rivers walking right into the fire, he has to play Seattle, which is playing lights out right now. Indianapolis going to Seattle, so good luck to
Could you imagine
Phillip
if he
Rivers.
came out and just set it on fire?
That'd be great.
What a storyline. What a storyline that would be. Big story in NASCAR yesterday. Michael Jordan and his race team, is it 2311? Is that, yeah. The 2311 race team, which filed that antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR about a year ago. Well, Michael Jordan and the boys backed down NASCAR forced them to change their entire business model, essentially, and make the charters that these teams get, which are the sort of the heart and soul of the business model. These charters are now permanent. NASCAR settled. They settled this lawsuit because they thought they were going to lose. And now, hey, I've always thought the drivers and the teams got screwed by NASCAR. And now NASCAR is going to have to start giving the teams a bigger share of the pie, just like all the other sports do.
Yeah.
So NASCAR loses that, not lose the lawsuit. They settled it, but they were settled it because they thought they were going to lose. So, big news in NASCAR.
What about the NBA Cup? We got the semifinals on Saturday, dog.
Yes.
In Vegas.
Yeah. We did a poll yesterday, by the way. We asked Magic fans on our show, if you beat the Knicks on Saturday in the semis, would you rather face Oklahoma City, which is unbeatable this year? They're 24-1 or nearly unbeatable. Or would you rather face San Antonio? Taco Bob, the coward, yesterday on the show said he'd rather face San Antonio.
Duck,
you know what?
Duck OKC. Just duck your way right out of that game if you can.
Well, the people on our poll, the fellow cowards, agreed with you.
Of course.
So they'd rather play San Antonio. Although Wembanyama will probably be back. He's been injured. He'll probably be back, hopefully for the semis tomorrow when the Spurs take on the Thunder. And so if the Magic somehow end up in the finals, it's going to be a good matchup one way or the other.
But if you did end up, facing the Thunder, I mean, you have a better snapshot of where you're at and picture-wise.
Hey, by the way, you call all of us cowards, dog.
Yes.
We call ourselves smart.
Smart cowards.
That's a business move.
Yes.
Where would the NBA Cup rank as far as greatest accomplishments in Magic history? And there aren't a lot of great accomplishments in Magic history, let's face it. They've been to the finals twice, all right, and lost in the finals twice. Taco Bob, where would you put the NBA Cup?
I mean, all I remember is all the good times, with the players on the sides of buildings. That the NBA Cup does not even shine a light to that.
If the Magic weren't involved in this, we would not give two.
No. We wouldn't even be talking. We wouldn't even be talking.
Hey, we're gonna dive in a little bit deep on the annual Army-Navy game with your buddy Mark Daniels later in the show as we huddle up with the voice of the UCF Knights.
Who do you like in the Army-Navy game?
Both.
Coin flip this year, man.
I like Navy because they tie better knots than Army does.
You're a funny man. Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, you can catch him weekday afternoons at 3 with his partner Brandon Kravitz for Game On FM 96.9 The Game.
By the way, happy birthday to the late, great Frank Sinatra, old Blue Eyes himself, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Oh, oh.
Let's talk.